Caught on video, a noose controversy. You can clearly see this white firefighter tying a rope into a noose and handing it to a black firefighter.
It shows him actually tying it, looking at it, admiring his work, making sure it tightens and everything like that, swinging it around. And then when I finally walk back into the firehouse, he tosses it to me. I remember catching it and looking at it and being in disbelief. I asked him, I was like, yo, what's this? And he said, I want you to figure out what kind of knot this is. And I told him, I said, I know exactly what kind of knot it is. This is what people used to hang my ancestors from trees. I said, do you think this is funny?
That black firefighter, by the way, has now filed a $25 million lawsuit for a hostile workplace and racial discrimination.
$25 million. That's going to be an expensive act of hate. By the way, that's in Bloomfield, New Jersey. That's not some, sun downtown in the South. No, Bloomfield, New Jersey, minutes away from where I grew up from. Right. And then it's so interesting when I try to have conversations or we try to, start dialogue on here about supremacist ideology and unpacking things, right? People always try to, guilt trip you or say, oh, you race baiting or it's been X, Y, Z years, get over it, this, that, and the third. And I always say to myself, okay, let's look at that firefighter. Let's say he's about 50 something. I'll give it to him. I say he's a little younger, 50 something, not in the 60s. I think 60s, but 50 something. That means he was born in the 70s, right? And then you talk about the influence his parents had on him. And you talk about grandparents. And you think about before even the civil rights era and before his time, you think about how many years in these United States and in the world, period, that you've had white supremacy ideology all around you. And people think, 50 years or so, 60 years or so, everything's fine. It's like, no. What it is you've had legislation, you've had more forward-thinking people put up a fight against these things. But deep down inside, that's why I hate when they try to hijack the woke stuff and they say woke is gone because deep down inside, that's further to the extreme of what they want to be able to do. Brother skipped the stereotype stuff. He skipped the locker room jokes. He went straight to let me make something that's a object of oppression and sick it on you. That's weird. But anyway, $25 million. It's going to be an expensive act of hate. And you know who's going to pay for it and end up paying for it? Taxpayers. As of right now, I believe there's a criminal investigation. As of right now, I believe the Bloomfield Fire Department suspended him. And, let that play out. But it's always so interesting that, that's one act that you're going to catch, right? You wonder what else is going on through a lot of these people's minds, man.